doubling top in Nifty and doubling top in Bank Nifty. What does it mean? Hello everybody, welcome to the weekend review from chartvideo.com. First thing first, a very happy Teachers Day to all of you. Chart plays side by side are on the left side the Nifty and on the right side the Bank Nifty. On Monday, we had a strong down day. Thereafter, Tuesdays and Wednesdays were up day, Thursday a slight down day, but on Friday a doubling top was created. Same thing happened in Bank Nifty too. A dark cloud cover followed by two up days, a weak Thursday followed by a doubling top on Friday. What is a doubling top? Well, to be serious, it's not exactly a doubling top because in a doubling top, such strong down days are generally missing. What happens is the stock price makes a flattish type of a movement and thereafter it breaks down with a gap having a clean window as shown here. Under such circumstances, it should be regarded as bearish with the disclaimer that the price should not close above the window which is 11,507 on Nifty. Let us now delve a little deeper into the chart. Close on 31st of August was 11,387. Close on 4th of September was 11,333, clearly breaching the higher high, higher low formation which we were enjoying. In doing so, it also made some interesting patterns. Let us have a detailed look at it. A head and shoulder in Nifty is being observed with a possible downward target at around 11,150 odd. Let's see whether we come to those levels or not in coming days. Let's have a look at the moving averages of Nifty. Here it is, the daily chart of Nifty with the major moving averages plotted on it. It just tested the 30-period moving average at around 10,308 odd levels. This support breaks on the downside is the 50 days SMA which is at around 11,100. Based on the head and shoulder formation, we had a target of 11,150 and this particular moving average is at 11,100. Perhaps this moving average may rise a little in coming 1 or 2 days by the time Nifty reaches here. So the charts also seem to suggest that we may head for 11,100. The range of 11,350 to 11,380 had provided resistance while moving upwards. Thereafter, it successfully negotiated on the upside and had again fallen, I would say it this way, a shade below 11,350 odd levels. Unless 11,380 is surpassed on the upside, we should not think of immediate upside move. Again, I repeat that the trend will change only if we have a clear close above 11,507, which is quite way off, but for trading purpose, we may keep a stop loss above 11,380 for our short trades with a target of somewhere around 11,100 to 11,120, 30 odd. Let's see what the weekly moving averages are saying. The 100-week SMA is at 11,030 and is quite flattish in nature. Perhaps this particular zone might act as a support, the 50-week SMA being at 10,931. As I was showing you the chart, one interesting observation which I noticed just now is a bearish engulfing pattern on a weekly time frame. This should not be neglected by any means. The RSI is just above the equilibrium line, but the movement of the RSI is in tandem with the price, and here it is unfortunately downwards. So we need to see how RSI behaves at around the equilibrium zone, but as of now, the movement of the RSI is obviously on the downside. If we look at the ADX trio, after a long time, the minus DMI has moved above the plus DMI. This is just the first day. We need to confirm it more. But at the same time, if we plot the stochastics oscillator, well, that is giving me some downward pressure. In our ADX course, we had clearly mentioned that if such a scenario happens, that is minus DMI moves above the plus DMI and 1433 stochastics is in a sell mode, it is a system generated sell. The short signal will be triggered if the price moves below the low of Friday, that is 11,303. Whether you like it or not, the swing high, in this case the minor swing high 11,584 will be your stop loss. By any means, I would suggest that it's quite a deep stop loss. Well, I wouldn't be taking the trade based on this, but certainly views can be generated. I will be having a negative bias on the market. This is 60-minute chart of Nifty. As you can observe in the DMIs, the minus DMI has crossed the previous peak of plus DMI, which is a bearish signal. The ADX in the 60-minute chart has started to rise and is presently at 21. Crossover of 25 odd levels will give momentum for the index to move further downside. Well, my Sitar model of studies clearly indicates that Nifty may head southwards. What is Sitar model? Support, indicator, trend, average and resistance. By all means, the T or the trend that is the most important in Sitar. Now let's go to the derivative analysis. These were the 2 days, that is 26th of August and 27th of August, where I had clearly mentioned that open interest buildup in a major way is taking place at the top of the market. There I had also said that as long as the trend is up, it's okay. But in case any follow-up buying does not come up, a major liquidation by the bulls may come up in coming days. Monday we had a strong opening. Nifty did reach 11,800 odd levels. Thereafter, there was no follow-up buying and Nifty crashed on Monday itself. In the next 2 days, we had major liquidation by the late entries in the market. Well, data never lies. You and me can make a mistake in analyzing, but if we follow the data and stick to it, I think that would be giving us much better results. Well, from there, what happened? In the last 2-3 days, slight build-up has been observed. If we assume that this particular buildup was on the short side, in that case, we can just conclude it this way, that the index is moving down with increase in open interest. The put call ratio, which had stagnated at around 1.6 odd levels and was refusing to move up thereafter, had considerably cooled off. Rather, right now, the buoyancy is no more visible, and we can say it this way, that this is also indicating downward movement in Nifty. Presently, put call ratio is at 1.22. Moving on to Bank Nifty, well, Western charts say it's a breakdown gap. Japanese candlesticks say it's a doubling top. Whatever way you say it, the window is very important. So only if we have a close above 23,451 can we expect that the downtrend is over. Or else we should be prepared for much lower levels in coming days. Where can we expect it? Let's see. Previous Monday, it was resisted by the 200-day SMA. Thereafter, we had a major fall. Friday also, it closed in the negative terrain. The first support level seems to have been broken, which is at around 23,210-20 odd levels. Major support as of now comes at 22,440 odd levels, which corresponds to the 30-day simple moving average as well as the 50-day simple moving average. So coming days, in the very short run, we can expect Bank Nifty to come down to 22,350 to 450 odd levels, which is at least 500 odd points lower than this particular place. On the higher side, as I told you, if the window is filled on the basis of close, then the downtrend gets over. So much so for now. Have a great weekend. Have a happy trading next week. We'll be meeting again next week.